Welcome, Martin, to Metaladium Pages. It's a great pleasure to talk with you about Dampf, this new album, No Agents Alive, and more things related to the Metal War in general. So we are starting by asking, how are you doing today, and how is the band during the last couple of years?
Thank you, first of all, for to have me on. Thank you so much. It's an honor. I'm fine. I have, as you might know, I have another music project which I tour a lot with still. So I'm a bit tired. We've been playing all weekend and been working. But I'm fine, and we are fine, and we are very excited because we just released this new album, the second one. And yeah, I'm really happy. I just got it by my copy. So I'm really happy how it turned out. Was a bit afraid there because I wanted it to be gold pattern on this black. I was a bit afraid that it could look weird, but it really looked cool.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So when did you start writing songs for this new album? And are all the songs new, or did you rescue any composition that were left out from your previous album, The Arrival?
I think there is two of the songs were we made some changes because we have a new sound since we have a solid members now. In the beginning, it was more of a project, and so we recorded some of the instruments again with the band, so we have our own identity in it. So two of the songs were still from the last album, and the song "No Angels Alive" was the first one, was one of them, but I thought it was different, and I thought it didn't match the first album, but it became like a leading star for the new album. So we tried to sound like that, and if we've succeeded or not, that's up to the listener. But it was at least a goal because we felt like there was something new, that we wanted to have that sound on the new album. So and the rest of the songs are new, and two of them, Masquerade and Hellfire, I wrote just 1 week before the deadline, because I wanted, I thought it was missing. Those kind of sounds were missing on the album.
Okay, amazing.
So it's been really nice, really fun, really nice. Mostly of the stuff I wrote here in my little studio.
Oh, okay. So, uh, are you always working on a new music, or do you prefer to focus on it once you finish touring? How do you decide when it's time to work on a new songs and new album? Because it's almost 2 years since your debut album. So, what made you now the right time to release new album?
I think some of the songs, more songs were done after 1 year. But since we started this group, I think we're in a bit of a hurry because we need to see what kind of, how far we can go with this project. We want to see the world. We want to travel the world and to play the world with the music. And then I decided that we need to come out with a new album, at least hopefully once a year. But after the last album, we, together with the old record company, we realized that we needed to change. We needed to get a bigger record company because they told us that we can't deliver what you're asking for. So there was very friendly, wonderful Finnish guys, and our sort of agent in Sweden, Darren Edwards, on Warner, he contacted Silver Lining, and we got a new record company. And then we started from the beginning again, and then they sorted out some of the songs, and I said, these songs sounds like the new Dampf, and these songs sounds like the old one. And so we took the old ones off. On the Japanese press, there is always, as you know, some strange form, a new song or a strange mix or something. They had that tradition, and we put one of the old songs, Rubicon, on that one, and I still like it very much, but you can hear it's a bit of the last album. So then we started, and this was August, September last year, and then I just started to write new music for the new album. And we say we release it as soon as we possibly can. And this is, what the record company thought fit.
Oh,
so
amazing.
We listen to them. We are, we are friendly, not violent guys. So we said, let's do what you're asking for, because we are really happy that we found this great company, this record company, Silver Lining.
Okay, okay. So your debut album received great reviews. So after such a successful debut, did you feel any pressure to surprise what you did on that album and with this new second album? Have you there been any change in your songwriting process compared to your debut?
No, I don't think so. In my world, I think we had some great reviews for that album and some really bad as well, but we didn't read them and don't care about them because this is exactly what I wanted to do. And this now I have a band and we want to do. This is what we want to do. So we are really happy with the album and both the first and the second. Um, to be honest, I mean, if no one in the world would like it, then I would say, okay, they don't understand me. But this is exactly the sound, the kind of songs that I want to do. It's not too popish and it's not too much, raw heavy metal. It's this mixture, which I like. You can sing along to the songs, but you can still headbanging. So I think it's the best of two worlds. And I didn't feel any pressure like that. I just write as good songs as I can, and then I deliver them to my dear colleague. He's playing keyboard in the band. He's called Beak, but he's also a producer and a fantastic person to write music with and to listen to music. And I think we have a similar way we have of looking at the project Dampf. This is what it should look like. It should be this powerful but still melodies, but kind of a little bit spooky about the lyrics. We're not religious band, we're not political band, we're just into the mystery of the dark forests and other deep lakes and stuff like that. And so I delivered some songs. Usually nighttime I sit here and I do demos and I send them to him, and after a couple of days, if he's off, he's also playing in a very good band, so he's also very much on tour. And then he comes back and he said, the first song is great, we should do like this. And the second song I didn't understand. The third song I like the chorus but not the verse or something. And then I go back and I see if I can change it. Or sometimes I say, I want this song exactly as it is. And then he listened to that. He's a wonderful person.
Okay, okay. Many
Very,
bands
very easy to work. Yep.
Okay,
Very.
nice. Many bands as musicians see each album as a child, each one special in its own way. So what makes this album special to you and what does it bring us musically and lyrically?
And that's true. I used to say that all my songs, whatever songs I write, are my, kids somehow. And I think it was more fun. I think in the beginning, we didn't know what's leg to stand on because we were extremely impressed by the industrial metal, like Rammstein and these guys. But on the other side, I said that, but there is a Rammstein. Why should we do anything that sounds like that? They already exist. We should do something totally new that no one has heard before. And that's kind of a hard task because there are a couple of 100,000 metal bands in the world and they all deliver fantastic material every day. But I think to follow my heart and the songs, and I think we do something true, we do something honest, because we do exactly what we want to do. We don't do it to become rich or famous or anything. We just do the music that we love to do. I write the songs that I love to write, and I think it was wonderful to start with the second album because I had a little bit more self-esteem. I was a bit more, I don't know. I saw that we had some fans. They wanted more music. They have accepted Dampf as a group. They accepted me as a singer in this group. They accepted the weird name Dampf. They accepted us, and that was more fun to write because then I can really go back and into this. I can take the ship further out in space. I wasn't. I'm not so worried this time, and I'm very happy for that because if you listen to a song on the new album called Ghost, I think that's really far out. It's a weird song, and I wouldn't have the courage to do that if I didn't trust in in our listeners and in my producer and the record company, and it's been really fun. It's a fun journey, you know, and I feel the same, because now when autumn comes, it's time to, you know, go back to the keyboard and to bring the guitars up and start see what's Dampf 3.0. What's that? How's that gonna sound? I haven't got a clue for the moment. I listen to some and I say, oh, this is a nice sound for us, but it already exists. We should do something different. But it's fun, and as you say, I have my babies on the records, and Ghost is one of those tracks that I think it's, you know, it's 2.0, Dampf 2.0, and I really love that.
Okay, okay, amazing for this. And so, how do you feel the reception of your fans to this new album has been so far? What have the reviews been like? Or also, do you usually read reviews or criticisms that are all over online? And how do you take these reviews?
First of all, as I said, I've been doing music for so many years that and in the beginning we had, even though it was some, you know, it's a success, but there was the journalists, the music journalists have never liked anything I've done anywhere. So I think I got a really thick skin on my nose when it comes to this. You know, I pretend that I don't care. I don't give a shit. I used to say I don't give a shit, but then now when we got some really, really good reviews from among Germany, I received 2 yesterday. One was 8 out of 10, and the other one was 8.5 points out of 10. And I saw some other Spanish talking newspaper, and they had 12 out of 15. And suddenly I'm really glad, you know, I'm really excited, like a child, you know, getting my first medal, you know, swimming or running or something in school, and you come home and you said, I don't care, but of course I care when it comes to good criticism. But it also, I read it, I think, in a mature way, because if they have a problem with a group name or something, I can relate to that, because it is a weird name, but I won't change it. I will never change it, because this is Dampf. We are weird people doing weird stuff, and you know, we want to see the world. We want to go as far as we can with this project, and it's damn fun. And we're also very, very good friends. We're 8 people in the band, and we've seen each other now for 1 year a lot, and we're rehearsing. We had this big show this summer in Sweden Rock Festival. It's one of the biggest festivals in rock music we have in Sweden. I think it's 50,000 people or something. And we were nervous, and we were rehearsing and everything, but we had so much fun, and it just, you know, no problem at all. So I'm really confident that this is a band we can really go out in the world. We can go on tour, because we are friends. And if there is a criticism, that's because I understand that people don't understand the music. They can't put it in a. People are very anxious to put it. Is it heavy metal? Is it death metal? Is it dark? Is it thrash metal? No. Is it doom metal? No. And then they get nervous, and then they say, we don't understand this shit. But it's not industrial metal at all. And I said, it's Dampf metal. It's something hopefully a little bit new. It's Dampf. You know, you like it or you hate it or whatever. I'm really pleased with it. So it's quite hard for me to be sad. If they don't like it, they don't like it, you know. It's like food. You don't like it, and you like it, you know. But I was surprised. I surprised myself when I was reading these German reviews yesterday, because I was having this smile, you know, because I thought they really understood what we're trying to do with the group.
Okay, amazing. So talking about
Sorry,
the
long
promotion.
answers.
No, okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. So, talking about the promotion for this new album, what are your plans after releasing this album? No, well, what are your plans for this new album? Perhaps you will embark tours, prepare more videos upcoming, or perhaps are you already working on a new album? Who knows? What kind of plans do you have?
I'm always working with music. I'm always working. I have 10,000 ideas for new songs for the 3rd album, and I would say 10 demo songs. the last 3 or 4 of the songs we didn't have time to make it. I make demos, but you know, I make them as far as I can. I'm the world's lousiest guitar player, but I can play the riff, but I can't do the rest. So I need my producer to complete the demo so we can hear, is it a good song or is it not? And so I'm actually working on the song now called The Sign, and it's hopefully for the third album. We'll see if my producer and the record company, because we have a really nice A&R at Silver Lining called Rod, and I think it's really good. It's really good. He's quite hard. He comes in and says, I don't like that one. I love that one. I don't like that one. And I like that because it gives us like, of course, we have the last word. We can just force our way through and say, we're going to do this. But I'm not that person because I write a song a day, you know, so in 2 weeks, I can have 20 more songs. So it's better that we choose songs that everyone likes, the band like, and my producer and my A&R. The plans for the future is hopefully now continue doing interviews to just, you know, tell the world that we actually exist. This is not a project anymore. It's a band. We're a solid band. We are 8 people. And we have a new agent, David Maloney. He's a very good agent for some Swedish metal bands, Sabaton and Hammerfall. So he's a really competent guy. And we're going to have a meeting next week and see, because we asked him if he maybe can come up with a bigger band that we can warm up for, because we're still new, we're still green, you know, not green as musicians, but we're green as a band. So I think that would be the best thing if we could go for 20 or 30 concerts, like a warm-up act for a bigger band, you know, preferably Ghost or some other band that we all love and think we are somehow connected to, a bigger inspiration source. But any band will do, you know, because we need to come out there, we need to play, we need to travel together and see. It was so much fun, this festival, you know, to do this live, bring all these songs live. It's extremely fun, you know. I cannot think of anything more fun than that.
Okay. So as a young band, what inspires you to create new music and bet on the new releases in a digital age where you have hundreds of bands releasing albums every weekend? So there is a lot of competition. So do you feel like you have to compete with a lot of bands?
Of course we do. I mean, even our own record company have releases every week. It's a big record company, and not that big, but they are big. And there are some groups. I don't find so much similar groups. You know, if you like Dampf, I don't think there is so many bands that sounds like us. And I'm very confident with that. I'm very happy with that. I think there are 2 things. You need to make music that people like. Otherwise, they don't buy the record and you can't go on tour and you're dead. You're gone. On the other hand, if you start making copies and try to sound like someone else, you're just a number 2 on the same ball and you're out, gone, dead. So I think what we do is to just really try to follow our heart and to be true. You know, if I make the best music I can produce, which I've done with this album, the last album and the first one, and we don't have any success, then I just accept that. I'm very happy with the outcome of the songs. I'm just, you know, but as you say, it's a huge competition. Everyone wants to go warm up act for a big band, and but you know, we are having fun. We just need to play more, and I hopefully with this new agent and everything, we will finally one day go out on our own tour. That would be even better, of course.
Okay.
You know, we do what we
Well,
can, and I'm writing a script for the next video. I'm not sure. My plan is to have a voting contest among the listeners. What would be the next single? Even though the album is out, I think it's nice to put out singles, and I think we're trying to show you guys, the audience, what we are with the videos. The videos are very important for me. I think it's one more leg to stand on. You have the sound, you have the lyrics, you have the band, and who are these guys? And I think we show a bit who we are in the videos. So for me, they are very important.
Okay. Amazing. So being a band with a sound of varied influence, how do you see the issue of labels? Fans and media always try to label bands as they start playing with words like industrial, heavy metal, symphonic, death, thrash, progressive. You know about this. There's a lot of labels around
Yeah.
the world. So how do you describe your sound yourselves?
As I said before, I hopefully it is not it's hard symphonic pop metal.
Well,
Or more simplified, it's Dampf. There is only one Dampf, and that's us. And there is only one sound like that, and that's us. You know. But I don't want to say that we are this and that, and or because you know, I've been playing in a thrash metal band for 2 years. Maninja Blade, I was playing drums in that band, and I know what it sounds like. You know, when people are really angry, they're much more angry than I am. You know, and it I had to stop that after, because I love these guys, but I had too many melodies. I wanted to be part of this songwriting process, and of course they didn't let me because they wanted to sound like that. This super hard style. They thought my melodies were too popish. So that's why the band exists today. Because I think in my world, in my music weird world, we're doing the best of two worlds: melodies and weird accords and heavy, heavy guitars and heavy drums, heavy sound. So in my opinion, we're just doing the best of two things, and we create something new. That's what I hope. But this is my dream. But you, as a listener, you have the power. You have the power, not me. I'm just a weird songwriter.
okay. So on the other hand, I imagine you must also mention sometimes that your sound is reminiscent of certain bands that may have inspired you in a good way. So, but have you ever been told that you sound like a certain band when you really don't?
No, actually not. I heard there was some newspaper that wrote that they could hear ABBA, they could hear Ghost, and some other typical Swedish band. And I'm just happy when I hear it, because all of these bands are among the best I can ever, think about. And of course, it would be nice if they compared us to some really hard rock metal, whatever, but it's not I don't want to impress anyone. I don't do this to get a gold medal or someone, to be, this is not what we do it. We love to do it. And when I write music, this is what comes out, of course I can hear myself that this is a bit too happy. We put that song, it's a good song, but we put it aside. It's not for Dampf. Or it's too hard. This is a too hard. It's not for Dampf as well, But I don't think I ever been compared to anything that I'm ashamed of, or just proud, Especially the ABBA thing. I thought it was fun. I can't hear any ABBA in this, but I shouldn't be talking about it because I'm the songwriter mostly. Most of it's my babies, and I don't think any songwriter should have a strong opinion of what they do or what they don't. They do what they do, and you like it or not. But I think it's good to not have too strong opinion of what I can and can't do. This is what we do, and this is how we sound, and we look extremely much forward to do the album 3.
Okay, okay. So we are very close to this interview, Martin. And for this aspect, one thing that for me was always be curious is when a band calls like just 4 words or 5 words in the name, because I think dump is a meaning like for you. Perhaps it's DAMPF, just nomenclatures there. So for you, what is the exactly meaning that dump has?
it's a long story, and I will try to make it as short as possible. I decided, I think it's almost 4 years now, almost 4 years since I decided that I will do this project. I have dreamed of doing this project for so many years. And finally, I had the first songs, and I presented. I met Jonah, my producer, Jonah T, and then everything came together. He loved the songs, and he wanted to work with it. And I said we need a name, and I don't want to have a political name or a religious name or Satan or hell or rah rah rah. I don't want to have that. And I want to go where I think our religion is, and the depth of Dampf, and that's nature. The not just nature as nature, you know, with wind and sea and the mountains. It's also nature of human being. You know, we are a weird, strange species, you know, the humankind. So it's also that. But I wanted the name to be something heavy, you know. My first when I draw this on a napkin on a restaurant, I wanted the name to be magma, because it's the power that comes up from within the earth and up, and that was taken. And then I found out when we were on Iceland, this huge geyser, I don't know if you know, that comes out water and steam just pours out of it bursts the rock and everything, and just such a huge pressure in this. And then I felt steam, but it sounds a bit lame, steam. It's a little bit lame. And then at this time, I had a big farm at these 4 years ago, a big farm. But I had a farm with some animals, and I had this wonderful animal keeper. He was a German student. He was studying mathematics, and he was helping me with all the animals. And he saw the steam, and he said, "Oh, Dampf." He said, "Dampf." And I said, "What? What is that?" "It's Dampf. It's steam in German." And I said, "Dampf, that sounds hard." So that was just the kitchen thing, you know, with the dogs and everything. I was like, "Dampf, all right." But I called my producer and said, "How about Dampf?" And he said, "Yeah, go for it. I never heard. It's a weird name." That's the truth.
Okay. Okay. Well, Martin, the sad times arrive at this interview. I hope you enjoyed this one like me. This new album really is amazing one. We put in our web a high score, 9/10. So
Ooh.
it's a great album for us. So perhaps do you want to add something to your Latin American fans that expect someday to come here for a full tour here, or and
I
with the
love that.
numbers?
I would love that. I would sincerely love that. And I didn't know that. That was really, as you can hear, I'm speechless. I'm very, very, very happy for that. And let's, you know, and you guys watching this, it's up to you. You want to see this strange act, Dampf. You just say so, we come, you know. We have nothing to do. We're just sitting here, you know, Netflixing. Come on, we want to play.
Yeah.
We want to drink beer and see you guys. So that's what we want to do. Thank you so much for having me on.